Hello everyone, Adrienne here, and today I'm coming to you with the organizational video for testing out all the products that I bought during the year of 2017. I did some massive shopping during the year of 2017, and what I was finding is the more storage space that I was getting, the more apt I was going to be to shove things in a drawer and forget that I had purchased them. So I have a really strict way that I organize my everyday daily makeup here in my makeup table here, and I will probably in the next week or so go through a video, and I'm just going to call it the drawer, because I do have an essential organization system where I organize my everyday routine makeup. And that drawer, I don't want to get into it because I want to go very in detail with the video for you guys. I think it's really important for every woman, to whether you choose to have a drawer or a makeup bag or some type of organizer, to have a system set up like that to where it's easier for you to get dressed and where you can get in and out really quickly and look the best you possibly can in as short of a time span as possible. If you're in a rush, you may not want to be testing out new products. So be on the lookout for that video. But right now I'm going to talk to you about a new monthly focus that I'm going to have on my YouTube channel to help me go through all the products that I'm purchasing and bringing in. And I purchased this acrylic organizer here, and I picked it up from Bed Bath & Beyond, and it came in a box that looked like this. It was originally priced $19.99, and I had a $5 off coupon, so I was able to save on that for this organizer. It's a really nice size acrylic organizer. I have mixed feelings about acrylic organizers. I think that they look kind of cool, you know, that they're very clean, and it reminds me of like crystal and glass and things like that. So I do like that about it, but I like things organized and picked up and put away and not in front of me. Otherwise, I feel like I have clutter in my makeup room, and that makes it hard for me to create a look if I have too much stuff in front of me and I feel like I don't know what I'm going to choose. So most of my stuff stays organized, and you can see underneath here how I have the 10 drawers here. This little stand for 10 drawers worth of organizer here, and then on the other side of my makeup table, I have another one of these 10 drawer organizers. But the thing about shoving stuff in the drawer like that is you have to remember what you purchased and what's in each drawer. And a lot of times when I'm shopping, I may not remember some of the stuff that I already have, and I don't want to keep buying stuff that I already have, and I want to make sure I'm getting through everything. So what this drawer is going to be all about is every month, the products that go in and out of this drawer are going to change. And the reason I wanted this and went through all that long explanation of how I felt about acrylic drawers is, yes, this does organize everything and keep it neat. But to me, in my mind, it's still, because I can see through everything and I can see all the items in the drawer, it still is a form of kind of clutter to me that makes me know, oh, hey, there's something you need to pay attention to because it's sitting out. And I've picked basically one foundation to focus on, and this foundation is going to be the CoverGirl Healthy Vitalist Elixir. So that'll help me with my review on this foundation. I know to be working with this and testing it out to see what I think of it. And I also have a beauty blender here from Makeup Revolution that I ordered a few orders back, and I get stuck on my Real Technique sponge when I do use a beauty blender. Sometimes, depending on the brand of foundation that I use, I may use a beauty blender to blend out my foundation, but most of the time I use it for baking with my under eye baking powder. So I use them wet and dry. We'll see how this works. This one has like a curved tip here, so I'm thinking this should help me get underneath the eye and go all the way up to the lash line without getting the product in the eye. So that's why I have that. And I'm also working on testing out my NYX Angel primer, not just with the CoverGirl Healthy Vitalist Elixir foundation, but some of the other foundations I'm working with, because I haven't been one that's used foundations a bunch, so I wanted to see what it was really about. And this, as I understand, is one of the most expensive, if not the most expensive, drugstore primer. So I was really curious how this one was going to work. And I have started using it already. I'm not going to give you any opinions. You know, a month from now, a lot of the stuff that's in here, I will leave it and I'll go over it almost like a haul type review and let you know. This is also the Benefit Kabrow product that I have, eyebrow product that I have in the shade number 5. So I have been working on using the Kabrow, And I also have my, what is this called? 24-hour highbrow setter that came in my Benefit Brow Kit that I've been using also. And I'll give you updates on that, of course, next month. And here is my ink for my Vamp stamp. You guys, I'm not going to say much about this. I did haul this in recently, but I want to do a full review of this. And I want to stick with it for a while and tell you all the things I find out about it. But just so you know that I'm working towards that review, this is here. And I have some Milani lip colors here. It's their matte lipsticks that I'm working on. And I will let you know what I think of those products. It's a pretty shades here. This one's a warm brown, and I think this one's called Matte Beauty is what this one is called. And then I have a mauve-ish one that's called Matte Naked, and it looks like this. It's a pretty mauve shade, so I am trying that out, trying new lipsticks that way. And I have a setting spray that I was given at Ulta from purchasing so many products. I got this Tarte Ready Set Radiant Setting Mist. So I've stuck this in here so I remember to try it, and it's got the little pump on it. So this is a nice size tester here. That's one of the products I'm working on. And I have two of these, the Too Faced Hangover RX. What is it? Replenishing Face Primer. I haven't used this not once yet, but during this month I do plan to try this primer and see what it's all about. So I've set it out here so I'll remember to get to it. And I also have Wet n Wild's concealer. I've been wanting to try concealer. I've been stuck on Tarte Shape Tape concealer. Shape Tape, yeah. Shape Tape concealer. And you know, I love it. It is my holy grail go-to not foundation, but concealer. And it works absolutely fabulous. But when I'm creating drugstore looks for you guys, I would love to have a plain drugstore concealer, one that's affordable for everybody, because the Tarte Shape Tape concealer, if you're going to splurge on a product and you need a correction for under the eye, I would say that is money well spent. But if you don't have $27 to splurge on a concealer, I would like to find something else that would work well for you. So that's why I have purchased this. So I'll be using that. And I also have 3 lipstick shades that I'm working with. And they're from the Kiss, like the Kiss lashes that you pick up at Walmart and beauty supply shops. They have awesome matte lipstick, but some of these colors I haven't been wearing so much. The color I'm wearing now is this color here, and it's called Heartbeat. And I have a Jordana Cabernet lip liner outlining my lips and coloring in my lips, and then I put this on top of it, but I'm really loving the Heartbeat shade. And then I've got some other really pretty colors. This one is Plum Wine, and as you can see, I haven't even tried it yet, so I got to get to the Plum Wine. And I have, ooh, almost scraped the tip of that off. I have Mauve, and this is a mauve color, but I do find it to be a little brighter than a regular mauve. Maybe it has a little more purple tint to it than it does brown, so I will be creating some looks with that. But this is just to help me get out of my box so I don't stay in such a rut with lipsticks, because I can rock the same lipstick for 5 or 6 years straight. If a company doesn't discontinue a lipstick, I will find my favorites and I will stay with it, and I won't try anything else. Well, I wanted to try different matte formulations because I don't like matte liquid lipstick. The liquid lipsticks drives me nuts. I will still try some sometimes, but I haven't found any that I really enjoy, so I'm sticking more with the matte lipsticks. And the next product, you might have saw me haul this, is the Essence Lash Princess Sculpted Volume Mascara. I do have favorite mascaras, but some of them are not very reasonable for someone on a budget. I love the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara is my absolute favorite, and that's a $23 mascara. And second to that for drugstore is the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. And yes, it is drugstore and it's a lot more reasonable, but it can be $8 to $10 depending on where you pick it up at. And when I think of drugstore, that's on the higher end of drugstore. So I was happy to pick this up at Ulta for under $5. To me, it's important to find the lower end drugstore and the higher end drugstore, because I'm finding that drugstore cosmetics are starting to differentiate themselves that way. It used to be, well, no, I guess it never has been, because even when I was a kid, you had Wet n Wild and Artmatic, which I think they went out of business a long time ago. They seem to be the rival competitor to Wet n Wild. you had those products like that that were 99 cents or, you know, typically not over $2 or $3. So they were always a lot cheaper than your Revlon, CoverGirl, Maybelline, Max Factor type things like that. So I think it's important to differentiate the different drugstore ranges. So that's what I'm trying to do also. And I did order these 3 lip liner pencils from Morphe. I had these in a Morphe haul. If you haven't seen that Morphe haul, I'll post a link to it above so you can click on the link and watch that. But just getting into some of these lip liners, and I'm not going to swatch them right now or anything like that because they're in other videos, and I will go through swatching them and give my opinions on them when I go over this monthly drawer here of what I'm going through. I'll talk about that then, but just to let you know that I am working on some Morphe lip liners. And I'm really excited about that. And in my top drawer here, these are more eye products. These go along with that ink that I showed you here for the vamp stamp. These are the 2 different sizes of the vamp stamp. And when I talk about these, yeah, it'll get mentioned in my drawerly mention, but maybe even possibly before that, I may do a total review of it because I want to show you and not just tell you how these work and what you can expect, and if there's any issues that I have with them, what the issue was and how I resolved it. So this reminds me to pick that up every day. And this also goes along with the Benefit Kabrow product and the 24-hour brow setter. And it's the highbrow pencil that came with that Benefit kit that I bought. I'm using that, and I have been wanting to get into color eyeliners to help jazz up some of my looks. And so I bought in a haul of, I've hauled so many different products over the last 3 months, but in one of the hauls that I put out in the last 3 months, I bought a Tarte gift set of different gel liners that are colored, and this is the mulberry shade, and this is the brush that came with that kit. So I want to make myself remember to use this at some point this month, and I can tell you about it. And I have 2 brand new Mary Kay eyeliner pencils. I love Mary Kay eyeliner pencils for my waterline. They are my favorite under eye eyeliner pencils. They do not tug at the skin around my eyes. And this one's in the color Rich Jade, and this one's in the color Dark Denim. And I'm absolutely positive that they have discontinued these and they're not carrying them anymore. But I had them brand new in some Mary Kay inventory that I had. And I've been wanting to use different color eyeliner to add some pops of color to some of my everyday eyeshadow looks without necessarily always putting on a bold, vivid eyeshadow color. I thought sometimes I could use color liners, so that's one of the first brands that I'm going to try for that. And in the second drawer, I have Anastasia Beverly Hills Berry Adore Blush Palette. This is really nice, sturdy packaging, and it's got a nice size mirror in it. And this is what the blush colors look like. So I want to try these out and let you guys know what I think of it. And I have my favorite blushes. So if I don't set this up here, I may shove it in the drawer with some of my other blushes and forget that I bought it. So this is the blush that I'll be testing out this month. And the second thing in this drawer that I purchased in a recent haul came from Sephora, and it is a micro smooth setting powder, and it is in the color Mahogany. So I will be setting a lot of my foundations with this color, and it's a really pretty color. I liked how it's marbled. Hopefully it's showing up well and you can see that in the camera, all the marble. But this is the powder that I will be testing out. And in my last drawer is eyeshadow that I'm working on. And I really want to get myself to use this Maybelline City Matte eyeshadow palette that I got. It is called Matte About You. I love matte eyeshadows for everyday looks, and this looks so pretty to me. Like it would be a nice mauve type palette, mauvish brown. These colors really speak to my heart. This is what I want on a normal everyday basis. Just, you know, more of a neutral type brown with some mauve in it. This is really going to be a nice palette, hopefully. I have kind of swatched it and thought it swatched well, but just because you swatch something on your back of your hand or your arm doesn't mean that it's going to necessarily perform well on the eyes. So I cannot wait to test this out and create some looks out of this for you guys, because I also have a real love for small palettes like this. This is what I always had when I started wearing makeup when I was younger. Up until I started doing makeup on other people, I always used palettes this size. Matter of fact, big palettes like what we buy now, the Morphe palettes and things like that, were not available to the general public as a whole. And we always bought palettes this size, and I liked it because I could get ready fast. I didn't feel confused when I was putting together a look. So these are always a first love for me. When it comes to putting together makeup looks, I highly recommend palettes like these. They're great for travel. So we will see what the quality of this is like, if these are things that you should be picking up to add to your collection. So that, and then of course, you guys know I have been loving some Makeup Revolution, and I cannot wait to get into this peach palette. This peach palette, I'm not going to tell you anything and spoil anything, but I've already created 2 looks with this peach palette. And in case you haven't seen a Makeup Revolution palette before, they all come with this awesome mirror, and the names to the shadows are here. And it has this little sponge tip applicator, and I'm going to go ahead and flip this upside down. But this is what the color of these eyeshadows look like, and it's supposed to be a dupe for the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, and I have had the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. So when I talk about this palette and do the review of it, I will have created eye looks with everything in this palette, and I've got it in this drawer to remind me to stop every week and once or twice a week get in this palette and create some looks with it, so I'll be able to do an accurate review for you. But this is the Makeup Revolution, or Tam Beauty, same company. If you go to order it online, it's called tambeauty.com is the website you'll go to, but it is a sister company of Makeup Revolution. Also, if you are someone that gets Ulta reward points, Ulta does typically carry this on their online shopping. I've not seen this particular chocolate bar palette in my local Ulta. They do have some of the other ones now, but not this one, but you can get it on Ulta.com also. But yeah, so this is a palette that I can't wait to get into and find out everything about it. So if there's some products that I purchased over the last few months that you guys saw me haul that you want to go in this drawer, so I'm focusing on it so I can give you an accurate review of a product, please let me know down in the description box. It's probably going to not be a full month before I give you an update on this drawer, because I'm just now getting this filmed and out to you guys, but I did really start working on these products at the beginning of January. So I've been wearing a lot of this stuff, and in the next couple weeks, week and a half or 2, it will be time for me to update it. So I don't know, since I'm a little behind on getting some of these videos out, where that's going to fall. But yes, I cannot wait to come back to you guys and let you know what I think of the products that are in this drawer, and hopefully this concept's going to help me stay focused on getting through some of these palettes and things like that quicker, so I don't forget some of the stuff I bought. But thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, if you watch this far, you might as well go ahead and do that. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. You also want to hit the notification bell next to the subscribe button so YouTube notifies you every time I upload a new video. See you guys soon.